We are the farmers.
Yo, what's good everybody? My name is DubWar, and today we got episode 25 for my Maxing TH10 series. In today's video, we actually have something pretty interesting going on, because if you take a look in the top left corner, I'm currently at 1,300 trophies, which sits us at Crystal 1 League, or sorry, not Crystal, Silver 1 League. And if you guys are wondering, like, why the hell am I down so low my trophy counts, is because in the recent update that we just got with the whole air sweeper and everything, Supercell actually changed up the matchmaking system a little bit. So for some reason, I don't know why, but there is just so much loot down here that when bases just like this one come up, I start to wonder to myself, like, should I maybe skip this base, just because finding a 600k rated down here is so easy and it's so fast that you actually just want to keep on going up and maybe hope to get 800k, but sometimes maybe a million. Like, I have seen 1 in a million resource rates so far, and I haven't even been in Silver 1 for very long, so it is super easy to find loot down here, especially 600k raids. They're just super common, and I highly encourage you guys to try it out, because I shit you not, you will be very satisfied with the decision of dropping down in your trophy counts to Silver League, because the loot down here, it's just too much, man. Like, you're not even gonna want to go offline, just because it takes about 10 searches to find a base like this. It's literally that common. I don't get how it's possible, man. But anyways, regardless, let's go on to the actual raid itself here. I'm using a really standard army composition setup when it comes to farming. Just a couple giants, some wall breakers, some wizards, and a bunch of archers. I did actually use 2 heal spells just because I didn't want my giants to go down yet, and things are looking pretty good so far. I'm gonna put down a big wave of archers on the bottom part there so they can take out those 2 cannons and archer tower. Archer queen is on the left side. She's pushing through with all those giants. There were actually a shit ton of archers next to that archer queen, but that wizard tower took them all out in one go, so that was kind of shitty, but it doesn't matter too much. Barbarian King just penetrated through to the very center compartment with the clan castle there. He's up to that dark elixir storage now, and things are looking like they are coming up to a close soon. So there's a giant bomb that just went off on the bottom part there. It sweeped a bunch of my troops, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Actually, Barbarian King's gonna go down here in a second. That's gonna be a bit bummer, but I still do have the Archer Queen and her ability. We still have a bunch of giants. We got a couple archers. There's not that much left. There's just that wizard tower. There are 2 Teslas, an archer tower, and a cannon. So yeah, there's really not that much that this guy can do now in defending. Those 2 measly Teslas aren't going to do too much to my troops at this point. I still do have the Archer Queen and her ability. I still got a bunch of archers. Actually, all my giants have died off at this point, so I guess it's kind of up to my Archer Queen now. If I didn't have her, that would have been it for this raid. And thank God that I do have her, though, because she's going to get the rest of that elixir from that storage, and I guess she's going to have to save the day here for the 100% victory. Take out that Tesla and those last 2 outside buildings, and that is going to wrap up this raid. So there she goes, one-shots that Tesla, and she's going to take out those outside buildings. There goes the barracks, and there we go, 100% victory, 310,000 gold, 320,000 elixir, and 2k dark elixir. Easy, simple raid, and let's go for the next one. So pretty much it's the same thing, and if anything, I think this guy's base upgrades might be a little bit worse than the last one, so how much harder could it be, right? And I do have Lava Union on me, and as you guys know, I'm not exactly the best with air troops, so we'll see how things go. But I think I'm going to come in from the top part, just because that air sweeper is kind of pointed to the bottom right corner area, so I don't really want to come in from the bottom. I think it's smartest to come in from the top, so I'm going to start things off by putting down 2 minions to check for any air traps. And it doesn't look like there are any air bombs in the area, so I'm going to put down 1 balloon in case there's any seeking air mines on the outside, and then follow it up by putting down the lava hound that was in my clan castle, and then my own lava hound, and then going to put down a huge line of balloons behind them. I'm going to put down my lightning spell on his clan castle troops, and I'm going to put down a rage spell on the right side. The balloons on the left side are a little bit messy right now, so I decided to not put down a rage spell there. And as my balloons are grouping up right in the very center compartment, I'm going to put down 1 more rage spell, and they should be able to rip away at everything here. And I do have all my minions right in the very middle as well, so they're going to take out all these storages. I think I'm going to put down my heroes on the bottom part here in just a second, just because there is a a cannon there and an archer tower and Tesla, so I do want to take out these defensive towers, and once I do that, I should be able to get the 100% victory, so we'll see how things go here. Barbarian King is making his way to the left side there. Archer Queen is taking out the defensive towers. That's how I wanted it to go because he is tankier, and looks like all my minions are died off now, so I'm going to put down the rest of my minions on this barracks here, and they can try to protect my Archer Queen a little bit from that Tesla, which I thought the Archer Queen would move a little bit to the right and take out the Archer Tower and Tesla, but instead she goes for the wall, which doesn't really make much sense. But then again, it is the Archer Queen, so can't really blame her. But regardless, that is going to wrap up that raid. 100% victory. 320,000 gold, 320,000 elixir, and 1.2k dark elixir, and 32 trophies, but I don't really care about that. So anyways, here we are with the last raid. It is a Town Hall 10 that I guess is pretty new to his Town Hall 10 because he does have both Inferno Towers upgrading on the bottom part here, and so I don't really have to worry about that. I do have hogs on me, so we'll see how things go. My hog game has not been on point recently, but maybe things will change. We'll see. This is an 800k total resource rate, so let's see how things go. I'm going to put down my golem from the clan castle. I'm going to come in from the left side because that is where his Archer Queen is. I'm going to follow it up by putting down a bunch of wizards. They can take out all of these outside buildings and start making their way towards these defensive towers. I'm going to put down the rest of my wall breakers here, make an open compartment to where she is, and as soon as that is done, I'm going to put down all my hog riders in one big line. And in case you're wondering why I'm doing that instead of doing two separate hog lines, is because this guy doesn't have any traps in the center of his base, because if there were, there would be some open gaps, and if there were open gaps, then I would do a split push, but in this case I don't have to worry about any giant bombs, no traps for that matter, so there really is no point in me doing a split push. And so I guess I was able to just put down all my hog riders in one big line, and they can absolutely demolish this base. So pretty easy actually. I took out the Archer Queen, Barbarian King is down as well, and I still do have 10 archers on me. I don't think I really need to use those for whatever reason. I did actually put down a heal spell on the right side there where I had about 5 hogs, which was a bit of a mistake because I didn't realize that my hogs actually split up, and I thought I only had 5 hog riders left. I was like, what the hell? Where did they all go? So I was really confused, and I was like, holy crap, panic attack, and I put down the heal spell thinking that I only had 5 of them left. So yeah, it was kind of stupid of me, but I put down another one there anyways just because I wanted to make sure that those hog riders don't die and that those Teslas don't screw over my raid for my 100% victory. And that's pretty much going to be it for this raid. There's really not much else for me to worry about, just because all the defensive towers are out of the way except the X-bow on the top part that's upgrading, but after that there's just a bunch of outside buildings, and that is going to slowly wrap up this raid once we are finished. So I don't know about you guys, but I thought that when I came down to Silver League, I was just astonished. Like, it was just crazy how much loot I was able to find. And like I mentioned earlier, guys, seriously, make sure you consider it at least. Just consider it. Come down to Silver League. Maybe you might even see me down here. Who knows? And it's crazy. Like, seriously, maybe for all 3 of these raids, it maybe took me about 20 searches in total to find all this loot. And I'm not even kidding. Like, I swear on my life, that's how common finding bases like this is. So we're gonna walk away with this raid, 800,000 total resources, and now we got to do the upgrades on my base. So I'm just gonna go ahead and collect my pumps and mines, and I think we're gonna be almost capped off here on the gold. Actually, we're pretty close, not quite there, but regardless, we are going to get another Archer Tower upgrade. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade one of the ones on the top part, since I do have one upgrading on the bottom part. And so let's go ahead and do that. 6.5 million gold gone, and we do have 7 million elixir. So I'm gonna go ahead and also collect my war loot, and let's go to the laboratory, and I'm gonna upgrade my P.E.K.K.A. So she can start making her way up to level 4, and I don't really know what I want to do after that. I might get the dragon upgrade after she's finished, but I really don't know. Actually, you know what? I do want to get my minion upgrades, but at the same time, I also want to save the dark elixir for my heroes. So I don't know. I guess I'll give it a little bit of time to think about it, but that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to smack that like button down below. Helps me out a bunch, and I will see you all later. So peace, guys, and keep clashing.